coronavirus. Okay, now that I have your attention, today I'm going to talk about a cologne, another cologne review for you, and this is from a company called Alt Fragrances. And before I get into this, I'm going to do a little kind of disclaimer. It's not really necessary. I just felt like I'd say it. I reviewed a couple of their colognes before, actually, and I thought they were all very good. But they had terrible customer service back when I reviewed them. They kind of said they would work with me, and then they didn't, and I said, whatever. But then they kind of like deleted some of my reviews that were really not negative, just very slightly critical of some of their colognes. And I had a very sour taste left in my mouth from this company, and I've heard similar stories from other people. That was about a year ago, and I feel like I was one of the first people to talk about them, so I really didn't like that. But it's been a year, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to give them another chance because they have come out with a lot of new scents, a lot of great scents. They're still pumping stuff out. It seems like they've gotten better, at least I hope. So I said, like I said, I'll give them one more chance, and thankfully, like no customer service issues. Everything seems to be improved, actually, bottle design and everything. I just wanted to put that out there in case you have seen some of my older reviews where I wouldn't say I ever trashed them. I just wasn't pleased with the way they went about some things. But we'll see how they go from here. Hope you enjoy my background. I have my grand piano today. I have new scenery. Thought it would be nice. Trying to keep busy. Everything is canceled. No more work. So that sucks. I hope I can still, with this extra free time at least, silver lining, I'll get some more reviews out for you guys. Anyways, though, you've probably seen by the title, this is Suds. Probably going to be backwards on the camera, but this is Suds by Alt Fragrances. And this one actually isn't inspired by a clone. And if you haven't heard, this is a clone house. They clone all sorts of scents. Adventus, their exec cologne, or their exec fragrance, that's their biggest selling one. But this one actually is just trying to clone Dove soap. It's brand new. It just came out. As far as I know, I'm the only reviewer that's made a video on this. Yeah, and I love soapy scents. I've talked about soapy scents before, how much I love them. I love soap in general. I like trying different soaps. And I love Dove soap. If you can tell, my hair is a little crazy. I just took a shower with some Dove white soap. That's my soap of choice. So I saw this and I said, you know what? I gotta get that. I gotta try it. I'm just gonna give it a shot. I love clean, fresh scents. So when you smell the cap, it doesn't quite smell like Dove soap, the cap at least. It actually smells a little bit like laundry, or even like a little like incense almost. And the notes that they list I have written here are rose, lily of the valley, and white flowers. They don't say which white flowers, probably some neroli and things like that. That often gives a soapy smell. But I'll just spray this. 2 sprays. These are all eau de parfums, by the way. And we'll get to the scent in a minute. Let me just let it dry down. But one thing I have to say, this is a travel size. I think this was $20. 10 mils, I think. But very decent size. More than I'm ever going to need. Their samples are 5 mils. More than I'm ever going to need with rotating. But I wanted to say that these travel size kind of decants, if you will, are excellent build quality. They just feel solid. The cap, it's not very it's not like metal or anything, but it has a plastic kind of thing inside, so it sits on there wonderfully. The sprayer is sturdy and just wonderful. It's a little too much right now, but the sprayer is excellent. I'm very impressed. I like the small form factor of this kind of travel size decant. I wish that more companies just went with this style. It's very sleek. I really like it. It's a little strong. And that's something I will tell you, is that this fragrance is a little strong at the top and it's almost a little harsh. Not something you expect with Dove white soap for it to smell harsh. Because what it actually smells like to me at the top is like laundry detergent, or almost like Febreze or dryer sheets. There's going to be a lot of people that think that smells terrible, that smells chemically harsh like shit, and it's not going to be for them. I totally understand that, because it really does smell like Febreze at the top. And I know people that are going to be like, why would I spray myself in Febreze? That's disgusting. But for someone like me with some weird tastes in cologne, I gotta tell you, I do like it. I like laundry detergent smells. I've smelled them in a few other colognes a little bit, and I've always enjoyed it. But this smells like it. About 95% of this scent you get at the top, minus the florals, is laundry detergent Febreze kind of thing. And I just like it. It's very fresh. It's very clean. Out of the shower, like right now. It's very fresh. I really, really like it. But then a soapy smell comes through. And how long ago did I spray it? A minute ago? 30 seconds? Already the soapy smell's coming through, though. And that soapy smell doesn't smell like Dove White. It smells more like Dial soap, which is that orange soap, kind of yellowish orange soap. I know it seems a little nitpicky to, nitpick the types of soap, but they're fragrances, aren't they? So this smells more like Dial soap. Now, that's okay. It does smell soapy, and that's great. That's what we want. We want a nice soapy smell. That's what I love. But it doesn't quite smell like Dove soap, Dove White, which is what they said they were going for, so I can't say that it smells exactly like that. But very good, though. Very good soapy smell. Dial soap, mixed with the kind of laundry detergent smell. Calling it Febreze at the top is more apt, but as it starts to die down, more of laundry detergent, laundry, fresh linens, and then that Dial kind of clean soap smell. It's very nice. It's wonderful after the shower, like very good. And then after about 10 or 15 minutes or so, which I won't be able to smell for you live here because it'll take too long, I actually start to get an incense smell, which I had mentioned at the beginning, I think. And that incense smell smells like a lot of incense I used to burn. When I was a kid, I used to burn incense a lot. I know people who burn incense to cover the smell of marijuana and everything, but I honestly just love incense is the smell and burned it when I was a teenager. So incense is a note that comes up a lot in fragrances. It can be earthy and smoky. Normally, it's smoky when we smell it in fragrances, but it can be soapy smelling. If you are a fan of incense, you know what I mean. Certain incenses have that slight smell to it, and that's the sort of incense smell you get with this is a soapy incense. It's not like soap. Like I said, there is a soap smell, that Dial soap smell. The incense smell is certainly not soap-like, but mixing with the soap smell and the flowers, it's very unique. And it's not dirty smelling. It's super clean, super, super clean, super fresh. There's no citrus in this, as far as I can tell, no citrus. The freshness just comes from the flowers. That incense sort of smell mixing with the flowers, like I said, it might smell chemically. It might smell harsh to some people. It might smell awful. But if this sounds like something that you would like, a soapy, super fresh linen kind of smell, check it out. It's one of the more interesting. I wouldn't say the better. There are certain soapy scents that I would say are better, like Prada Amber Pour Homme. Very different than this, but a beautiful soap smell. Mugler Cologne. I mean, there's plenty of soap smells, but this one is very unique. It's got an incensey vibe to it, and the harshness doesn't bother me. It might be a little too strong to put on if you're just walking into work and you just like sprayed it on. It might be a little too much. But this is a cologne that almost isn't like a cologne in a way. It has a very neutral smell to it. So I think it would be good at work. Very fresh. And I think it probably would be good on a date. I mean, we tend to wear more gourmands or like handsome scents on dates and things like that. But I would say a good all-arounder. I know I've said it about 15 times, but obviously good out of the shower. I think that would be the prime application for this. Or after the gym, this would be a good gym scent. Something really fresh. But I think when you give it some time to dry down, 15 minutes or so, the little bit of harshness at the top settles down. It becomes this really weird, incensey sort of soapy smell. I think it would be good for anything. So that's basically Suds by Alt Fragrances. Like I said, I'm okay with this company now. I'm giving them another shot. I have two others that I got from them that I'll also review. Executive Cologne, which is their version of Aventus Cologne, which I've never smelled either of the real Aventus or Aventus Cologne. Never smelled the real one, sorry, but I'll give it a shot of how it smells on its own. And Farouche, which is a clone of, pardon me, Sauvage. Probably the third Sauvage clone I've done on this channel, so we'll do that. And then I have a couple other things coming, like super dirt cheap fragrances. The Cuba line, if you're familiar with those, the cigar-looking fragrances. I've done Cuba Gold before, which is a brilliant fragrance. I have a ton of the Cuba ones coming. Some of them were as cheap as $3 for a 1.7 ounce, with some pretty good reviews. So I look forward to reviewing those. So that'll be next. These mixed in with that, some more Happy Land stuff. I'm good with fragrances for a while. I have a lot of stuff. Hope everyone's okay and healthy and managing this absolute craziness. Hope you're not going stir crazy. At least we have our fragrances and our health and our friends and everything. Okay, that's Suds. Check it out. I really suggest it. If you like this kind of thing. And I also like that they're trying new things like this. And I guess I should say before I leave, they have a bunch of new ones that they actually are coming out with soon. Baccarat Rouge 540 mixed with Aventus. Baccarat Rouge mixed with Virgin Island water. A clone of Alien by Terry Mugler, the perfume. Some new things. So, check them out. All right, bye.